This true story is about little Amy and her two giant German shepherds, Chaos and Mayhem. I'll never forget the first time I held our baby in my arms, but what I really wanted to know was who would notice her first when we got home, Chaos or Mayhem? How would two gigantic German shepherds approach a newborn dog? As we walked home from the car, I had a baby seat in my hand and an indescribable excitement in my lap. When we opened the door, Chaos greeted us immediately. He was quiet, heavy and careful as always. But Mayhem, she jumped up and ran at us. When I stepped inside, they both took a step back, as if they could feel it. Something changed in this house that day. After I put Amy on the pillow, Chaos came in slowly and examined her and put his head down. Mayhem watched from the sidelines. Mayhem's eyes seemed to fill with tears. Chaos had a softness in his eyes that I couldn't understand. At that moment, I couldn't hold back my tears. I felt as if my heart would burst and I would die when I saw them. I knew this was not just a meeting, it was an acceptance. It was a heartfelt welcome. Do you think dogs and humans can be lifelong friends? If you had witnessed this moment, the deep look of Chaos, the excitement of Mayhem, it would have touched your heart. Truly, we share this story so that moments like this are not lost. If you also believe in this unique sensitivity of animals, please like the video and share your feelings with us, because this is not only our story, but their story too. In the first weeks, Chaos and Mayhem were on constant watch. They took turns lying next to the baby's crib. We listened to every sound, and when he cried, first one would bark and then the other would run to us. At first I was a bit nervous, especially Mayhem. He was still an energetic young man, but over time, I realized that Mayhem paid the most attention to him. When I looked into their eyes from a distance, they looked so much alike. It was as if they were soulmates. One morning, we wanted to play a trick on Amy and the giant German shepherds. We put sunglasses on each of them. They all questioned it at first, then they saw each other and started laughing. They even said, "You give me your sunglasses. We're so funny that you feel like you are 10 years younger when you watch them." They both embraced their siblings in their own way. As time went on, that little body began to grow, and the baby became more aware of the presence of Chaos and Mayhem. The first time he spoke was to Mayhem. "I swear to you," Mayhem barked that morning, not loud, high-pitched, and short. Our baby turned her head to him, and he started talking breathlessly. I couldn't understand what he was saying, but Mayhem jumped with such joy, he came around the house 4 times. I decided that day that I should record these moments, not only for us, but to tell the world that animals and children have a special bond. At this point, I would like to ask you, if you want to see more of these moments, subscribe to our channel. Maybe together we can show more people that this miraculous bond exists. When he touched the first dogs, completely on his own impulse, that's when everything changed. Now the game was on. The dogs were surprised. Now he could see his brothers and sisters reflecting their feelings back to him. She felt even more important. When Amy started to crawl, things got out of hand. She was capable of all kinds of mischief. It was inevitable when she had 2 conniving friends on her side. The jars they broke in the kitchen, the balls they popped, the chases, the hide and seek, each one was so wonderful. I couldn't be angry with them. On the contrary, I wanted to join them. Chaos began to crawl with him, despite his age. He would lie on the floor and make little games with his front paws. Mayhem, on the other hand, turned into a toy distributor. A ball in his mouth, a stuffed bear, a plastic bone. He would bring whatever he could and leave it next to the baby, and he waited, each time as if to say, "Which one do you want?" On his first walk, Mayhem walked beside him, holding his hand. Chaos is a little behind, but he always keeps an eye on them. When someone approaches outside, Chaos rushes forward first, and Mayhem quickly intervenes. It's like they are a team, like they share a mission. This is not just a dog and baby story. This is the story of how a family can turn into each other. Instinct, love, patience, and understanding. And you know what? These names have become the most heard words in our house because they are not just dogs. They are siblings, playmates, teachers, and protectors. Thanks to them, our baby has learned not only to walk, but also to be patient, to share, and most importantly, to love.